It's okay to be alone. It is more than okay to take this time that you have by yourself to find yourself, to find who you are, and what it is that you need from life, and what it is that you want from this experience that you have on this planet. And as someone who's been incredibly sensitive her whole life, and as someone who has put other people above her all the time, I have found so much peace in being alone. And it's because I've been able to separate myself from other people and find me again and find what it is that I love doing so much. By being alone, I've been able to distinguish my thoughts and feelings and emotions from other people's thoughts and feelings and emotions. I've been able to form opinions and beliefs about myself that have nothing to do with anybody else. And by being by myself, I've been able to take my power back from everybody else, from all the people that I gave my power to. And I'm able to bring it back to myself, to do things that I want for myself without thinking about anybody else. And a lot of people are going to say that's selfish. And yeah, they're probably right. It is selfish. But when you take that time to be selfish and you take the time to understand yourself and forgive yourself for the mistakes that you've made and see what it is that you had to learn all this time, you're able to then be selfless after that, to look at other people and see the war that is going on inside of them and be more compassionate and be able to help them and be more forgiving because you've been selfish, because you've taken the time to heal yourself, to forgive yourself for everything, for being able to move on from the past and walk into a new future, a new you, a new reality, your reality, one where you're not hurting anymore like you were before, one where you're not constantly thinking about other people and putting everybody else above yourself, but you're able to find that balance. You're able to know that it's okay to put yourself first, that it's okay to be yourself and not have to put on a show for anybody. I am like a chameleon. I am a sponge. I am able to change myself, my personality around other people to be more of what they want me to be. I am able to pick up on their feelings and their emotions, and I can change myself, literally change myself and change my personality and the way that I am acting around certain people because I know what it is that they like and what they don't like. And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to change myself for other people. I just want to change myself for me. And as I've been alone this whole time, for a very long time now, I would say, I've been able to see who it is that I really am, what it is that I need from my life, what my goals are, what my dreams are, what it is that I wake up for every single day. To have that hope that I am going to have all the things that I want one day because I've taken this time to be alone and to reflect and to learn from my mistakes and to learn the lessons that were so difficult to learn. And it's not easy. It is not easy to be alone because it's a very fine line between being alone and feeling lonely. And what being alone has taught me is that I need to be okay with being alone, that I need to accept it and I need to love this time that I have to myself. Because at the end of the day, the only person that you truly have for the rest of your life is you. You have to save yourself. You have to show up for yourself. Nobody else is required to do that. And a lot of people are not going to choose to save you because they have to save themselves first. You have to be okay with being alone. You have to take this time to relax and be in peace and try the new hobbies that you've thought about trying for such a long time and see what it is that interests you and find the things that make you happy every single day. Even if it's for 5 minutes a day that you're spending doing that, there's 5 minutes every day that you are so happy and so content, and you have that feeling inside of you so that you can know what that feels like. And then when you are put in situations and you're around certain people, you can see if that same feeling is brought up for you. And if it's not, you know it's not for you. And if it is, it's for you. I have felt so crazy for such a long time. And it's because I've never really truly understood myself. And I expected so many people to just get me, to understand me, to know what it is that I need when I never even knew what I needed myself. I couldn't understand myself for the life of me. I was always so indecisive about everything. I was up and down, I was here and there. I could never stay still. I could never just be. I was always going, just trying to force things to be a certain way. Even though I knew deep down that those things were not for me, I still forced them to be. I still pushed people and I pushed relationships that weren't working and I pushed myself into staying in places that were not meant for me, that I was miserable in. And being alone and separating myself from a lot of people in a lot of situations, I've been able to see myself more. I've been able to see who I am, the soul that I am. And I've been able to separate my soul from the current body that I am in most of the time. The ego is coming in. The ego is trying to make an appearance, trying to be the center of attention here, the spotlight on the ego. Because the ego is afraid. But once you're alone, you can notice your thoughts, notice what's coming up. Is it the ego? Or is it your intuition? Is it who you truly are? And as someone that's struggled with my ego for a very long time and with truly being alone for a very long time, I can see that the one thing that was going to cure me was being alone and understanding myself and being able to love and honor myself. I know so many people that are afraid of being alone. They can't stand it. And I don't know if it's because they're afraid of their thoughts or if they're afraid of finding out who they truly are. But I think that's the point. There's always just going to be a little bit of fear surrounding the things that you know you should do. And it's because it's unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. You do not know what is going to happen if you leave the relationship. You don't know what's going to happen if you leave the job. You don't know what's going to happen if you move to a completely different place and start all over and change everything about yourself. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what is going to come in, who is going to come in, the new opportunities that you'll have, the new perspective that you'll have. And it's because we're so comfortable with the familiar. The ego is so comfortable with the familiar. The ego does not want you to experience new things because it's afraid. It's afraid of taking that leap. It's because when you take that leap, it's like you have a blindfold on. You have no idea where it is going to take you. But you have to take that first step. And it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be by yourself. To take yourself out on dates, to do the things that you've always wanted to do by yourself. It's okay to do that. There's nothing to feel ashamed of. Find yourself. Find your power. Find your love that is residing within you and has been there all this time. You just had to open your heart. You just had to open your eyes and see what was there all along. Find your power in being alone and knowing who you are and standing firm in your beliefs, in who you are. Be so firm, be so strong that what other people do and say doesn't affect you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if someone calls you horrible names. It doesn't matter if somebody laughs at you because they don't understand what you're doing. It doesn't matter if people say you're cringe or basic or whatever it is that so many people love to spew all the time. None of it matters because you're so firm in who you are. You're so firm in your truth that you don't care what a single person thinks about you. And that's what being alone brings you. It brings you an understanding of yourself. It brings you back to who you truly are. It strips away all these labels that you've put on yourself your entire life, all these labels that other people have put on you your entire life. It erases all of that. You are worthy of forgiveness. You are worthy of love and light. And you are worthy of having the life of your dreams and having all of your needs met. But you just have to believe that you are worthy. You just have to understand your worth. You have to understand the language that your soul speaks so that you don't have to try so hard to translate it for yourself. You don't have to try so hard to decide, to make a choice, to make a decision on what it is that you need from life and what it is that you need from other people and other relationships. I want you to be so firm in who you are and so accepting of who you are. I want you to walk with your head high, knowing that you are so worthy of everything that you've ever wanted. But you just need to take this time. Take this time to be. Just be in the moment. Just be who you are. And stop being a chameleon in social situations and trying to fit in everywhere that you go. Be yourself. And when you're yourself, you will be in environments that just fit with you. You'll have that family and the group of friends and the soulmate and everything that is for you because you're being your genuine and authentic self everywhere you go. I really, really wish all of you the best. I am absolutely so grateful for everybody that watches my videos and subscribes and likes and comments. It truly does mean so much to me because I've been so afraid of sharing my truth, of speaking and of opening myself up and showing myself to the world. But this in itself has been a huge healing experience for me. And even though I'm alone right now, I know that I won't forever be alone. But honestly, if I was, if I had to be, I know I could do it. I know that I would be strong. I know that I would feel content and still have peace within myself because I've taken so much time to work on myself, to be the best version of me that I knew was always inside, was always hiding, just waiting for the right moment, just waiting for me to decide that that's who I was going to be. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you all again very soon. Peace.